Yeah, this is Point Black. Coming in hard and off the club. Coming with the flow straight to the barrio. And coming with the heat to the damn street. This is PBN and Point Black National News. The late edition. And the ghetto edition as well. This is how we do. You know what I'm saying? We're looking at a lot of things going on, a lot of changes are being made, a lot of people getting elected, a lot of recalls. We see that. We see that. You know, I see the heats on Gavin's head. Gavin got a lot of heat on his neck. Newsom. You know what I'm saying? He got a lot of heat on his neck. You know? And that's right. You got to keep the heat on. You know, he up there doing a bunch of garbage that pulled that state into a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? He was a component of the flow. One thing demon Democrats love to do is do shit, major shit, crazy shit, and they want you to just forget it. That might be so. But it also leaves an open hole as to the individuals that did the traumatic thing that caused a whole lot of lives to be lost traumatically also, you know. So to just forget it and excuse them and then you go vote for them again doesn't make much sense. You know what I mean? Because you cannot clean up garbage with garbage unless you're planning to pick up the garbage with both hands while you're holding garbage. So you figure that out. You know what I mean? That's right. That's right. Keep the heat on him. Keep the heat on his neck. You know what I'm saying? On his neck. And if I was the Californians, I would have him removed from office. I wouldn't have him there anymore. So we have to understand that. You know what I mean? Gavin played his card. He showed the garbage that he did. And he probably laughed all the way while lives were lost. Life is not something that we should play with. Everyone wants to play this depopulation or whatever thing they're doing, and this is the garbage that they do. Trick you into it. Now they're talking about the Mu variant that was found in Colombia. Down in Colombia. Sure have been found down there in Colombia. You're going to find it everywhere because you were vaccinating everywhere. Everywhere you had your little Luciferian crony in power. You know what I'm saying? He imposed this on the people. Point facts. Ain't no other way. So Newsom needs to be removed because he was a component of the same plan. You know what I'm saying? That's right. You know, the easy ride for him. You know, what is he need no easy ride here to be having no tenor. There should be no tenor, especially on people who have committed crimes in the name of lawmakers. There's no tenor there, and you need to get him out. And that's a fact at Point Black. You know what I'm saying? He has failed the people of California, if you ask me. He do not, in my mind, deserve a re-election. You know what I'm saying? Or a re-election. You know, we need to run his bald-headed, fruit bowl self out of that spot. Get rid of him. You know what I'm saying? You know, just like Como, he had to go. It was time for his tenure to be challenged and for him to be removed. You know what I'm saying? Bill de Blasio is next. He has to go. It's about time that Bill de Blasio give up his spot. Nobody will never forget what he did and still do it. So we know what time it is for him. He needs to be removed from office. You know, he's next. He's next. Time to show the power of the people. You know what I'm saying? In its proper place. And when it is most needed. You know what I'm saying? When it is most needed, and one of the most needed times is now. You know what I'm saying? is now. Is the time. You know what I'm saying? Now is the time. You know, how your power, you know what I'm saying? How your power, do with your power and your power, you know what I'm saying? And how your power, do not reelect the ones who took us to their old ball game. You know what I'm saying? We must wash the pools. You know what I'm saying? Wash the pools, doing the same thing. Running this Luciferian game. And a lot of people are following it. A lot of people really believe in this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And it's a sad shame. You know what I'm saying? We must take control of our government. You know what I'm saying? Of our government. You know? And your government. You know what I'm saying? Gavin has got to go. There is no other way. He must be removed just like Cuomo. Some of these governors needs to be shaken up. This 40-year, 20, 30, 100-year tenure, you know what I'm saying? And when he ready to do some garbage, he do some garbage. You know what I'm saying? Now we've seen a whole lot of pardoning going on with Cuomo. He should have did it a long time ago. You know, it seemed like a last ace in the hole. And what I'm looking at, you know what I'm saying? Gavin has got to go. He is a deep stater if you ask me, and much more. That's what as I see. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean, and I don't have to explain that. Even in Texas, it's shaking going on. Even in Texas, you know what I'm saying? The legislature, you know what I'm saying, has sent a sweeping GOP voting bill, you know what I'm saying? A sweeping GOP voting bill to governor, you know. No, well, actually, sweeping voting bill, I guess, by the governor and so on. You know what I'm saying? By, you know, and this was done by Paul J. Weber and Akasi Coronado, I'm sorry, at WSB Radio. Good story, and good line. And they really putting their foot down on the treasure. The GOP control, this is further from these two reporters on the radio, the GOP, coming up, the GOP controlled Texas legislation has passed the board overhaul of the Stats Elections Law Tuesday. Stat Election Law Tuesday. I see a bigger picture here. Well. We see a bigger picture here. Well, all right. You know, the tightening is already strict voting, which is saying the tightening already have strict voting rules, and you know, it's dealing with, I think it's saying, yeah, it has a strict rules and dealings of, you know, the businessing rules, businessing defeat. Oh, no. It's already the rules he's trying to say. I see what he's trying to say. He's trying to say that the rules are already strict and hard based on the voting rules, and it's already have been dealing, and now it's dealing a brazen defeat. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Bruising defeat. You know what I'm saying? To the Democrats who wage a month-long fight over what they argued was a brazen, or whatever they want to call it, attempt to disenfranchise minorities and other Democratic leading voters. That was then, this is now. You know what I'm saying? And no, it does not disenfranchise minorities, because minorities right now in America that's here now, most black people can vote and other groups can vote as well. You know what I'm saying? So you're sitting here trying to convince the world into this fake ass shit. Like I said, I love you, Trick. I care about the trick where you're saying that the minorities are being restricted against. No, they're not. The only minorities that probably you talking about is your open border thing where you brought all these people into the country and continue to do so in an attempt to squeeze black people and other groups into a corner. You know what I'm saying? And that's a fact. It's a fact. And the governor, you know what I'm saying, Greg Abbott said he will sign the bill. You know what I'm saying? Because he said they were saying that the voting is so tight, the rules are dealing with a bruising. The Democrats are dealing with a bruising defeat on this one, trying to keep an open voting policy. And I forgot what you call that other crap. I'm gonna come up to that soon. But you know, he said he will sign the bill, and it is about security. This is what Mr. Abbott is saying. Me and have some issues on that on the test kits, but that's between me and Mr. Abbott. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? As long as he's doing what he's supposed to do, we're gonna ride with him for now. You know what I'm saying? Greg Abbott, he said he will sign the bill, and it is, and he said it's about security of the election, the electoral process, a fair play. That's a fact and point black. That's a fact and point black. And I see other states as well, in part, they say was spurred, in other part, they're saying, in other states as well, part, they say, was part of this, or most of this, was spurred by Trump, Donald J. Trump, you know, saying his false claim of a stolen election. No, it was not false. It was true. Boo. So get off of it. You need to grow up. Don't keep running at me. No, it was not false. You know? We see. Ooh. Seems the demon Democrats argued and fought, you know what I'm saying, fought for this real hard to block this. We see the legislation for months. They fought hard for months to block this legislation, saying the bill was tailored hand for, he's trying to say it was tailored hand for young people, you know, racial and ethnic minorities. It was focused on blocking them out from voting. Well, it still have to have its rules, and we gonna rock with it. You know what I'm saying? It has to have its rule. It's for a reason. You know what I mean? You ain't no kid, and you ain't no trickster better than us. Minority. So he's saying that racially, you know what I'm saying, young people, and it's racial and ethnic minorities and people with disabilities. I love you so much. No, it does not rock against those type of people. No, unless they are cheating. All groups that he just mentioned, if they are cheating the election and do not want to scheme and being paid by Soros and the rest of you clowns to go your way, nah, we need these rules. You know what I'm saying? Talk about disability, disability people. That's not true. No one is discriminating against a disabled person voting at all. This is just a trick of words in order for them to slide their game. Let's be honest with you. The demon Democrats will stoop to the lowest if they have to. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That is bullshit, and it's a lie. You know what I mean? You know, to me, it's a con game. Sounds very democratic, if you ask me. You know, if you ask me. Sounds very democratic, if you ask me. And a whole lot of bull. making it sound so, you know, I care garbage. You know what I'm saying? To con the masses. This is why we must shake them up. You know what I'm saying? We must shake them up. It's very important that we shake them up and let them know that you have the power of the people. You know, running, I love you. You know, I love you so much. You know, I love everybody, even the disabled, and I want to see them vote. When have they ever stopped the disabled people from voting? And, if you ask me, something bit me up there, like, playing in that damn park. Yeah, when have you ever noticed that we uh, block disabled people from voting? That's a lie. Like I said, a trick of words. They'll stoop to anything to run their game. So we have to keep our eye on them. We're just doing it to calm the masses. This is why we must shake them up. You know what I'm saying? You know, I care so much for you that I want to see you have your world. So don't go to have any restrictions. Just keep it wild and free. You know what I mean? Mass testing, tracing. Vaccines wild and free. You know what I mean? And all that bull. They've been running that shit for years. You know? Like when they did COVID-19, they really loved everybody so much. You know what I'm saying? They running the COVID-19 protection game. And the only protection game is only one way. Okay, well. Look at this. The restrictions are there for a reason. You know what I'm saying? And that's right. Our borders are wide open. This was to open. This was to open the first plan game that they ran. You know what I'm saying? And been running. They just didn't give it its focus based on an electoral necessary process. But yes, they have used it before. Now they're trying to ramp that up again because the heat is on their neck. And things are being shut down and changed around. Well, you're not a kid. Sometimes that has to happen. You know what I mean? Can't keep fighting a war the same way. So we have to be smart here. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's just one of their. This was one of their major plans that they've been planning to do. Say, I save you, so you vote for me. I let you in. If it wasn't for the demon Democrats, you would have stayed in Mexico. You did? So vote for me. That's all that game is. You know what I'm saying? You know. What a sleep treat. What a sleep treat. That's all that is, a sleep treat. You know what I mean? A complete disrespect for our country, though. A complete disrespect for our country, a complete game that they're running. And, black people have to start stepping up and owning stores and businesses as well. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing wrong with doing that. And why you're not doing it, only worrying about some asinine group that we see across the television or YouTube. Waiting for a rapper to show you something so you can have a world. Waiting for somebody up there to do a joke, a trick, or a jigaboo shit. You know what I'm saying? We should be up there doing business right now. We don't have time to be looking at all that garbage they put up on YouTube sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You need to seek out the people who's talking some sense and provide. You know what I'm saying? I heard a lot of Israelite brothers talking about how they know they're of the 12 tribes of Israel. To me, that never really exists. You know what I mean? How they know is by reading the book. You don't need no book to tell you, you know what I'm saying, who you are. You know what I'm saying? Without that book, you still would respect the fact of who you are and carry yourself in that manner. So you're talking about a book told you something, and then you know that you're of the 12 tribes. Like, yeah, who wrote the book, where the book come from, who, all that stuff talking about this. And even when you go back to Egypt and the ancient writings on the walls, you know what I'm saying, these beasts over there tearing it up and breaking it down. They don't want you to have that never. You know what I'm saying? But those markings and those things show us, a blueprint, like he said, in many ways. And I've always said that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to, a lot of people cannot decipher it. You know what I'm saying? But you can start to learn to follow the blueprint of your ancestors on your way of mentality and the order of the cosmos in its essence, you know what I'm saying, of yourself. Which is highly important. You know what I'm saying? So when we look at it, it's a complete disrespect to have our borders open and using these people to stay in power, by soliciting votes based on all kinds of corruption that had been going on that pushed them over here in the first place. You told them to come anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's a blatant disrespect of our country in all ways. Treason, really, if you ask me, for real. Just to save their behinds from going to jail. You know what I mean. Now we see my man QAnon, you know what I'm saying, crooked butt, and conspiracy and all kind of wickedness going on with these people. And they probably, I don't care what nobody say, they're working for the beast. The Democrats or any other Luciferian group that they use these people to come into a shame on January 6th. So Black Coming Part 2.